Recently, I discussed some not so great news in regards to water quality in Camas, Washington. In case you missed that, I'm going to link that video above. But the gist of it is that well 13 in Camas tested positive for those forever chemicals that you do not want to drink, and the city is trying to find a solution to that problem. But if you are pregnant or breastfeeding and you are served by that well, you are advised to just not drink the water from the well, go get bottled water. So anyways, that video has prompted some questions from YouTube video watchers like you about Clark County's water quality overall. So let's dive into it. FYI, I'm not a scientist. I'm just trying to inform you to the best of my abilities based on what I can find from internet sleuthing. So anyways, thank you for watching. I make a new video every week on life and real estate here in Southwest Washington. I was raised in Camas. I have spent most of my life in Clark County, and I love helping other people learn about this area. If you like my videos, take a quick moment to subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications, like and comment on this video. That always helps. I do make a new video every week about different topics here in this area. And if you ever want to have a conversation about what it's like to live here, do not be shy. I'm very easy to get a hold of. My phone number and my email address are in the header up above and also in the description down below. Let's start talking about water in Clark County in general. So let's break down first the different areas in the county and where their water is coming from. If your house is served by a well, this doesn't apply to you at all. But if you're on public water or you are looking for a house on public water, I advise you to watch this video. I think it's useful information. Within Clark County, we have city jurisdictions such as Vancouver, Battleground, Washougal, Camas, and Ridgefield that all manage their own water distribution through their cities. Residents who are not within those city limits are served by Clark Public Utilities for water. Lucky for us, each jurisdiction and Clark Public Utilities provides a water quality report on their websites. If you want to check those out, I've added a link to each area's most recent water quality report in the description down below for your happy reading pleasure. But first, let's talk about the water systems and quality for each area. Start with Clark County. Clark Public Utilities. So these are Clark Public Utilities that serve people who are outside of the city jurisdictions. They have 35 wells, most of which are in the Salmon Creek watershed area. If you are brand new to learning about the area, Salmon Creek is roughly where I-5 and 205 meet, that top of the triangle in Vancouver. It's north of downtown Vancouver and it is south of Ridgefield. The water from these wells is stored among 33 reservoirs across the county. Clark Public Utilities serves over 200 square miles of homes. Clark Public Utilities also supplements the city of Battleground and Ridgefield's water systems. An area that has tested above the state's action level for PFAs, which are those forever chemicals, are two test sites in 𝐥𝐤. 𝐥𝐤 is part of Clark Public Utilities service area, and one of the wells that tested high has been taken out of use. The second well is still in use while they are working on a mitigation plan to remedy that water. So overall, water quality in Clark County via Clark Public Utilities is good. No forever chemicals, shutting down wells, or scaring pregnant women there. Okay, now let's look at the city of Vancouver. The city of Vancouver is the third largest municipal provider of drinking water in the state of Washington. In 2022, the city's water utility delivered 9.6 billion gallons to more than 270,000 people within the city and a portion of the urban unincorporated area, covering a 72 square mile service area. The city of Vancouver has 40 wells, and in May 2023, testing showed that one of the wells, just one, exceeded the state of Washington's action level of PFAs, which are the forever chemicals. And that action level is the level that action should be taken to mitigate the contamination in that water. So those are the forever chemicals that are hanging out in Camas' well 13. Just as a refresher, PFAs are widely used, long-lasting chemicals, components of which break down very slowly over time. Scientific studies have shown that exposure to some PFAs in the environment can be linked to harmful health effects in humans and animals. Very little of the PFAs in water can actually get into your body through your skin. So like showering, bathing, washing dishes in waters that have PFAs, that's not really a big health risk. You just don't want to be drinking the water that's contaminated with PFAs. Quick question, how do you feel about fluoride in your drinking water? I have learned that this is a very hot topic. My dad was a dentist, so I grew up thinking like fluoride is good. And then in the past year or so, I've come across like various opinions on the subject. I have learned that it's a topic some people care very deeply about. As to whether or not fluoride should be added to public water is highly debated, so keep that in mind, which jurisdictions are adding fluoride when you are house shopping. The city of Vancouver and Battleground do add fluoride, and Clark Public Utilities, the city of Ridgefield, and the city of Washougal do not add fluoride to the drinking water. All areas test the water for lead, and the state and the tests are lower than the state's action level, but it's also important to remember that lead could be present in the plumbing of older homes. So if you're buying an older house, have your home inspector help you conduct a water quality test within the home to find out if there's anything yucky lurking in your pipes. Let's talk about the city of Battleground. It is currently served by 8 wells, 6 reservoirs, 3 booster pump stations, and it has a water intertie with Clark Public Utilities. The city of Ridgefield is served by 3 reservoirs and 5 wells currently, as well as an intertie with Clark Public Utilities, just like Battleground. Washougal operates 6 wells currently. Battleground's water is not testing high for any contaminants that you should be worried about. We're gonna do a quick private well public service announcement. If you own a home on a well, it's still not a bad idea to get your water quality tested every few years. I actually just had a listing in Camas where the sellers hadn't tested their water quality for a while. They had no idea that their water had bacteria in it. It only came up when the buyer had the water quality tested and asked for the well to be chlorinated. So I'm gonna add a link in the description where to find accredited labs to get that done. Private water testing can range from $300 to $600. There is an interactive map from the state of Washington that you can use to find out if PFAS have been detected near your home. It's pretty crazy that we use water every day, but rarely do we stop and think about where is the water coming from? What is happening to it before it reaches our tap? If you like this topic and you want to learn more, you can check out the Water Resources Education Center. This is located on the banks of the Columbia River. The Resource Center is a fun place to learn about water and nature through a variety of educational hands-on activities. I remember going there when I was I think in middle school. They're still going strong. Check it out. That's it. That's all I've got. You asked about the water. I answered. It seems like from my research on overall water quality in Vancouver and surrounding areas, it's pretty good. And just that one well in Camas is causing problems with the PFAS. Any other wells that are having issues are not currently in use. So it's really good to know that all of the local water sources are tested regularly and all of the results are available online. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments.